I have the Central Susquehanna Valley Transportation Project in part of my district, the large bypass of Route 15 going from Selinsgrove all the way up through almost to the Milton area. And looking at the cost projections of that when the project was first considered back in the 60s, I think it was, to now, and seeing that massive ballooning, I did some research into what some of those cost factors were. And found some interesting things. Looked at subway construction because that has a lot of complicated moving parts to it, and found that in Europe, where we often consider, in America, we can consider ourselves to be much more free. We actually find that the regulatory and environmental and union burdens make it just the opposite. In Northern Europe, for example, building a subway, a mile costs between $250 and $400 million. If you go to Canada, it usually costs, on average, these numbers are average, is $150 million a mile. But in New York City, it costs them $3.5 billion per mile. And when you look at the permits that are limiting that sort of growth, you look at the cost associated with those permits, you look at the costs associated with issues like prevailing wage, union contracts, all these other issues. That is why America can't fix a pothole, because all these things that are costing 10 times what they should be costing, and that is definitely limiting that sort of infrastructure investment or business growth.